All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. This is first look, first playthrough again. Yeah, I don't really care what you're saying. I've been listening to you whine and cry for decades. I don't care. So what happened? Okay. So what happened? There's a video on the channel already that's like Oblivion first playthrough. Ye Old Tranquility Base is old, right? It's hard to convey to people sometimes what it has been like to experience video games in the way that I have, right? I went from the very first video game I ever played was Duck Hunt, and on the Nintendo Entertainment System, right? I grew up playing. I grew up playing games like that, playing Mario and Donkey Kong, and that to me is what video games were. I remember how crazy it was to play Star Fox for the first time. And then to play Half-Life, like I cannot express. I played Wolfenstein 3D when it was new. I played Doom when it was new. To then go to Half-Life and have the Marines like throwing grenades and flanking and stuff was crazy. And so anyway, I say all of that to say there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. And my computer, the boot drive is a solid state drive. It's like 220 gigabytes, right? It's not very big. So I put all my games on my hard disk, which is about 800 gigabytes. Well, I guess I never knew that the difference between a solid state drive and a hard disk drive can be really dramatic. I knew that it made game load times faster. EU4 will load much faster from a solid state drive than from a hard drive. But once you're playing, it plays fine. Well, I guess I never realized that EU4 is not a very graphic intensive game once it's loaded. This is. So I learned something about that. So what I did was I uninstalled this from the hard disk drive and I gutted my solid state drive. Everything that isn't a critical system file, I either deleted or moved to my hard disk. And I got a little extra bonus money, and I ordered a solid state drive on Amazon, a external one that I know isn't as good as an integral, but it's still way better than a hard disk drive, which I guess HDD drives are just obsolete now. So it's a 1 terabyte, 1 or 2 terabytes, I don't remember which. And so I'm excited about that. I'll have a lot more storage. But anyway, so I installed Oblivion Remastered on the solid state drive. So hopefully, I've got all the graphics on the default settings. My computer's pretty beefy, but this is a really beefy game, right? So I'm going to leave all this stuff alone right now, and we're going to play through this opening again and get to Anvil like we did in the first one. We're starting completely over. But I have Imperial criminal scum like you give the Empire a bad name, you see. What am I doing? Oops. I'm just pushing buttons here. There we go. I've made essentially the same character. He's got all the same traits and everything. We're going to do all the same stuff. So I'm going to play the same playthrough and then hopefully go from there. So in that last video, I hadn't figured out OBS. So hopefully you're getting a lot more game sounds and you can hear all these people talking.
I know it.
What's this prisoner doing?
Hi, Patrick
here?
Stewart.
This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
And so,
never mind. Get that gate open.
as we were going through the dungeon, it played
prisoner.
great.
We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
But going out into the world,
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
when we went out into the world, it got really
I've
choppy.
seen you.
And so I'm hoping that doesn't happen again this
Let
time.
me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right.
It's such a shame.
This is the day. Gods give me strength.
that this is all the Patrick Stewart that we get.
Assassins attacked my sons.
what an
and I am
incredible
next. My blades
actor.
leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Sweet.
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler.
I mean, just
You are a citizen of Tamriel,
and
you too shall serve her in your own way.
if you never played the original Oblivion, like to see, I mean, the amount of detail, right? And remember, I'm running this on medium graphics right now. I mean, the amount of detail in his face, I mean, it's indescribable to someone like me who has never experienced like video games on this level, to have gone from the original Oblivion to this.
Perhaps
I mean, I played
the gods have
Morrowind
placed
when it
you
was
here
new.
so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for. You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Oh, good.
Please, sire,
That
we
sounds
must
fun.
keep moving.
Nothing like some blood and death. Just get me really excited.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Don't try anything. I'm watching.
Looks like this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
Bye, loser. Get these hands ready. I tried in the last video
Quiet and stay out of the way.
to share my 25
This
years of
doesn't
knowledge with these
concern you,
guys,
prisoner.
but they didn't care. I can tell them exactly what's going to happen. They don't care. I've seen this all before. Nobody ever listens to me.
Close up left.
Yep,
Protect
told
the
you
Emperor.
guys.
Protect yourself.
The
Yeah.
captain's down. Supposed to be impressed.
There. Now, you guys see that? Look, I'm kidney punching him until he dies. Look at this.
Don't push me, prisoner.
I mean,
Smart.
if you would stop getting in front of me,
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Reno.
we're going to take this. And we're going to take this time. Last time I forgot that he,
She's
like,
dead. Sorry, sire, but we have to keep moving.
that they take her katana away. Whoops, that's not where I want to be. So, yeah.
How could they be waiting for us here?
Don't know, but it's too late to
Because
go back
you've
now.
taken the same path
Don't worry, sire. We will get you out
for
of here.
30
they won't
years.
be the first to underestimate the blades.
There's trouble ahead.
I'll take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Meh. What's up, homie? So, like, even, I mean, the amount of detail in the rats even is incredible. I mean, compared to in the original Oblivion, especially playing it on the computers that we had at the time, I mean, they're just like little brown blobs. They're like the suggestion of a rat. Like, to see them like this, again, this is the like medium graphics. Is just, it's indescribable. Where's my magic? Oh, up here. I make heal wounds number 1. to... I'll stay there for now. Oh, that's right. I forgot about clairvoyance. That was a spell that I never really used ever before. But in that last playthrough, that was the first time I had ever experienced it, and it seems like it would be actually really helpful because it does that. So let's see. Hey, homie. Don't worry. You'll be dead again here in a second. Yeah, I mean, like, look at the detail on that guy. And again, like, go back and look at screenshots comparing the original Oblivion to this. Like, it's indescribable. I apparently need a longer sword, because I am a terrible judge of distance, it seems. I keep missing everything. That was very polite of him to just stand there and let me stab him repeatedly like that. Like, he just accepted, like, this is my fate. That I don't know that I could be that stoic. No, you're not as nice. That other guy was way nicer. You're a jerk. arrows. No, I don't need arrows. Don't use bows. I am a knight. Bows are for cowards. I mean, I'll totally roll logs down on people. Not above that. But an arrow? That's ridiculous. What's up, homie? Yeah, I'm right in your face, son. There's like a goblin witch mage somewhere. Yeah, right here. And like, I'm not even sneaking. You guys are just straight up stupid. Yeah, that's right. I don't need any rat meat. Gold, though. I'll take gold. And I kind of, as a matter of just tradition, I always take her staff. I don't know why. Just every time I've ever played Oblivion, I always take that staff just to sell it.
Until help arrives.
Help? What makes you think help will get here?
What's up, homies?
Here they come
We
again!
need to get the Emperor out of here.
I mean, you just like opened a door.
Don't push me, prisoner. Damn it, it's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
You wish you
No,
could.
He is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
I mean, I've been trying,
As you wish, sire.
but you guys won't listen to me.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
Sure.
I've served
If by the
all
Nine,
my
you
days,
mean
and I chart my
Jesus?
course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
I always like to imagine myself as like me, but if I've suddenly just woken up in this world of the Elder Scrolls, right? And just like what it would be like, right? To experience they're humans like me. They seem to speak a language that I can decipher, but like they have a completely different culture and stuff like that I have never experienced, and just trying to exist. And like right now, like from my perspective, if I've just been thrust into this world, like
The signs
I'm
I
just
read
trying to get
show
through
the end
this.
of my path. My death,
Right.
a necessary end, will come when it will come.
I have, no idea who any of these people are, and like I'm just trying to get out of this sewer, and rats keep trying to bite me, and there was a zombie, and like the goblins. Like I'm a history teacher from like Appalachia, and I'm just like trying to get through this,
Your
right?
stars are not mine. Today the warrior shall prove a stalwart companion when fortune fades. My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosha's bright glory may banish the coming darkness.
Oh, that's sweet.
With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
I mean, I don't know that I can promise.
No trophies of my
I can promise to
triumphs
try.
precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
I always wondered about that.
I
like,
go to my grave. A tongue
people-
shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
like people talk about like, would you want to know the time and stuff when you're gonna die? And like a lot of people would say no, because then you'd just always be thinking about it. But I always kind of wondered, like, maybe I would, you know, like,
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
would I do?
Stick close and let us do our
How
job.
might I live my life differently if I knew when it was going to end? Like I have a friend of mine, very dear friend of mine, passed away last
Not
month.
much farther.
Very unexpectedly. He was 57. He's not a whole lot older than I am. 9 years. Well, no, 19 years. Sorry, 19 years older than I am.
Prisoner!
I fought mud crabs more
And, but I mean, 57, right?
Oblivion, take you!
He was a teacher too.
Take them down!
And, great guy, absolutely wonderful guy. Larger than life. And, like, he had been posting.
Don't push
Whoops,
me, prisoner.
sorry. Stop getting in front of my sword. He had been posting on Facebook just like the day before he died, and he just was out on his porch and, you know, smoking a cigar, and just died. And like, if I knew that I only had 19 more years,
For the Empire!
I think maybe I would live my life a little more differently. But then I guess you could say, like, well, maybe I should live my life like I only have 19 more years, which perhaps is it's a good life lesson here in the world of Tamriel. Maybe we should all live as though the end were imminent. I don't know. I always just I just pray long enough that I live long enough to walk Lady Bear down the aisle. That's
Hold up.
that's it. If I can,
Let me take a look.
if I can live that long, I'd like to live longer than that. But if I can live that long to walk her down the aisle, then that'd be okay.
Looks clear. Come on. We're almost through to the sewers.
With my, I have really, really serious cardiovascular medical history. Like, you know, a lot of people will say stuff like, I have heart problems or a heart condition. My heart was removed from my body
The gate is
and
blocked
a
from
bunch
the
of
other
it
side.
replaced
The
with metal
trap.
pieces. So, like, I'm alive
Let's go.
for now, but my life expectancy is a lot shorter than the average person. Like, for me, 70 will be a good run. And so, I'd like to, I kind of hope for
It's a
80.
dead end.
I think
What's
if I
your
could make it
pulse?
to 80,
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
still be like
Wait here with the Emperor. Glenroy, over here!
relatively healthy,
Glenroy, over here!
you know, die before I get just completely decrepit, that would be nice. But, you know, if I could make it to at least 70,
This
that would
one's
be.
mine. Will you fall down and bleed to death? This ends here. Show me what you've got.
My sword for the dragon! My sword for the dragon!
You're pathetic.
Back with the Emperor. Protect him with your life.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. You're
You're lucky I like you. Otherwise you'd be dead already.
I guess it's waiting for.
I can go no further.
Yeah.
You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
I'll do my best. Yeah, if I could make it to 80, and that's
Stranger, you chose a bad day to take up with the calls of the Sultans.
We'd go easy.
The Amulet of Kings
Take them down.
will be
Talos, save us.
yeah, he died.
We failed. I failed.
You did, yeah.
The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead.
Well, kind of.
The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
He totally gave it to me, like 100%. I know nobody witnessed that. He definitely gave it to me, and I definitely didn't strip it from his corpse.
Saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septum. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred
So is he
symbol of the
Dragonborn then?
Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power.
Why didn't he do a
Only
shout?
the true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
Yeah, it turns out he hooked up with some lady, and there's a son
Joffrey?
nobody knew about.
He said that? Why? Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order.
Yeah, that's
Although
why
you
I was
may
told to
not
meet
think
him
so
and
to
not
meet him,
you.
He lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral. First, you need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Through that door
I
must
do.
be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
Oh, good.
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced barbarian. Am I right?
Barbarian? No. I'm a knight.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble. You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Waynon Priory immediately.
Well,
Got it?
Sure, but I'm going to do a different quest first.
The Emperor's trust was well
Because I like it
placed.
better.
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering my comrades' swords. I'll see that they are given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
All right. I'm on my way. Oh, good, a sewer. You know, back where I'm from, on Earth, there was this guy that made an entire YouTube career out of counting sewers. Very funny, pretty famous. And now he runs a successful chain of crack dispensaries. Alright, so we're going to get out of here. And then we're going to come to, so as we come up here to the end, then now this is moment of truth. So up to this point in the other video, this was all running fine. It was running perfectly fine. And then we stepped out into the world, and that's where it got really, really choppy, had a lot of screen tearing and a lot of issues. So now running again, medium settings, we're going to step out into the world and see what happens on a solid state drive. I don't think it's frozen, hopefully. My, I don't know if you can hear the sound of my computer fans. They are definitely firing up here. There we go. So we definitely still have a little bit of lag in our load time, but... Okay, yeah, see, that's much, much smoother. There's that little bit of leaves leading in, and there's... Seems like no choppiness at all. Yeah, this is running exceptionally much better. Much, much better. Wow, look at the water. And that glare is kind of dumb, but that's not an issue with the processor. That's the way it's being programmed from like the sun or whatever. Look at that. I mean, I cannot begin to describe the feeling of seeing this now in a modern resolution on a modern monitor. Like the Oblivion of what, 03 or whatever. I mean, to replicate water effects like that, I mean, there's just no way. Just no way. All right. So I don't want to do that. I want to go to Anvil. The thing is, I don't know. Set marker, yeah. I'm not going to fast travel, not right away. I want to walk the world a little bit. I want to make sure that it keeps up as we get out here into the open. Make sure that the graphics keep up with what we're doing. And I want to see some of this. I mean, look at that. I'm going to keep gushing constantly. I can't describe to you, like, I'm an historian professionally, right? History is my business, and history is a liberal art. It's an art that uses a lot of science-based things, right? There's a lot of scientific method to the field of history. But I would say, if I were to describe history, I would say that history is the science of nostalgia. Every historian is a historian of an era or a period or a subject that they find just absolutely fascinating. It's something that for them just tugs at their soul. For me, it's like Middle Ages, post-Roman Western civilization. Kind of like from the collapse of Rome through the time of Justinian, and I'm trying to just go around all of this, through into the era of EU4. Oh, we're getting some stuttering. Okay, just a bit. That's okay. You're gonna have that in any game, really. Through the era of EU4 into really to about 1900. From about 500 to about 1900, Western Civ. That's what fascinates me, right? That's what tugs at my heartstrings. And so it's the science of nostalgia. To be a historian, you have to be a naturally nostalgic person. Man, you ain't no wolf. Look at you. You're nothing but a stray dog. That's all you are. Can I take his pelt? Yeah. So we're getting still a little bit of lag. Like I hit the E there and there was like a second before it came up, but nowhere near what we were getting before. But yeah, you have to be a nostalgic person. You can't be the kind of person who just doesn't care about stuff, right? This is one of the things, it's an aspect of mine that gets me in trouble, that I'm a very caring person. I'm naturally very nostalgic and very sincere, and I'm very easy to take advantage of because of that. Most people, aren't historians. A little more lag. Most people aren't nostalgic. They don't care. But like for me, I mean, this is like going back home. This is like Oblivion. So I don't know if you're not an older person, if you're not my age or older, it can be kind of hard to convey, because if you're like 15 or 20, you've always had games with this kind of graphic. And so when you remember games, you're remembering them the way that they are. I think that's one of the way shrines of the Nine. you remember them as they are. But somebody like my age, I don't remember games as they were. I remember them usually of much better quality. Like the Half-Life of my memory versus Half-Life as it actually looks, without any mods or anything to go back and play the original, like 97, not Black Mesa, which I play all the time and it's amazing. But what's up, horses? Can I like just go through here? There we go. I mean, like, look at that. That is so cool compared to what it was. This is what, anyway, to play the original Oblivion, right? This is what it looks like in my memory. And of course, it looks nothing like this. This is so, so cool. But this is what it looks like in my memory. This is like going back home and seeing it all in its glory. The thing that can be hard to describe too, people will, a little choppiness, I guess as we're going across this bridge, I bet it's, yeah, I mean, it's graphically going to be pretty intense. All the little leaves and stuff that it's loading, every bit like the smoke as we come across the bridge. I mean, like fire effects like that. Like that looks like an actual fire, nothing like the original Oblivion. People, like my kids will ask me, like I'll show them footage of like Diablo 2. I play the remastered Diablo 2 all the time also. And I'll show them like footage and they'll be like, how did you play this? And it was, yeah, by today's standards, it would be unplayable, but it's all we knew, right? It was the best that we had.
What's going on with you?
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent.
And so now to play this, like, and to be able to walk this world like this is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. So what I'm doing now, besides walking the world and waxing philosophic, is I'm heading to Anvil. Nope, little choppiness. Yep. So still a bit of chop, but that's okay. This is tolerable. This is manageable. Nothing like what we had when I was running it from the hard disk. What I'm doing now is I'm headed to Anvil. So included in Oblivion, there were, in the original Oblivion, there was just the base game. And it had, of course, the main storyline where you're trying to close. That wasn't choppiness. That was me stopping to scratch an itch. Where you're trying to close the Oblivion gates. Also me stopping to scratch an itch. And then, of course, the Thieves Guild and the Assassins Guild and all of that stuff. That was all included. But then there were two... Let's go over a mountain. There were two expansion packs that were released. One was called the Knights of the Nine. Now, that was choppiness. One was called the Knights of the Nine, and the other... was called the Shivering Isles. Shivering Isles introduced Sheogorath, which if you've played Oblivion, or not Oblivion, Skyrim, he shows up again in Skyrim and has, I think, a reasonably in-depth quest, as I remember, or storyline, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I played Skyrim. But he was introduced in Shivering Isles, and his character is amazing, and the Shivering Isles storyline is so cool. Like, I really look forward to doing that in this also. Knights of the Nine, I think a lot of people didn't really care for, but I always found it to be so cool. There's a wolf or something up here. And the idea is that you're essentially reestablishing a Templar order. Like there was crusaders of some sort, and the order vanished, and you reestablish that order. And I always like that idea is so cool to me. And the opening quest is to go find the way shrines of the Nine. And what I think is really cool about it is this is done to prove your piety and your faith. And they give you a map of where the way shrines are, but it does not give you any quest markers. You have to, and the map, you can't have the map of the way shrines and your world map open at the same time. So you can like look at, this is not logging, this is choppiness, me stopping to talk. You can look at the map and then open the game map and set a marker kind of close but you still have to go find the way shrines. The game actually makes you earn it. You have to prove your piety, which is, I always felt, was so unique. It doesn't, everything else. Okay, so I'm not sure what just happened. That actually might not have been the game. My computer, every now and then, will just like freeze up just for a second. And the game got really choppy, but OBS also, it seems like it was still recording, but like, or it was still on, but it stopped picking up sound and everything. So I'm not actually sure. And then the recording time jumped a bunch. So that might not have been the game. That might have just been my computer. It's a good computer. It's a beefy computer, but it's a computer that's around 10 years old. It was, when I bought it, I mean, absolute top of the line, ran Mass Effect Andromeda completely, like all maxed out graphics and stuff. It is getting a little old. Still, I think, still pretty tough, still pretty strong, but getting a little old. But anyway, what I was saying was that the quest to find the shrines, the way shrines of the Nine, I always thought was so cool because it doesn't give you set markers. It doesn't give you help. You have to earn it. You have to go out and do it. The Iliad ruins I always thought were really cool too. There were sometimes I would play and I would just be like, I wouldn't do any of the stuff at all. I would just like pretend I was a treasure hunter. That would be my character story. And I would just go through all the Iliad ruins and just find treasures and bring them back to towns and sell them. And in truth, in fairness to... There we go. In fairness to Oblivion and to my computer, I probably am being a little harder on the processor and on the disk drive than is natural. It might not be as choppy if you're just playing it on your own. I have two monitors on, so I have three monitors, but one is turned off. Two are running right now. There's the monitor I'm playing my game on, which is plugged into a USB directly into the computer, or into a HDMI port rather, directly into the computer. The second monitor is plugged into like a USB monitor adapter, which of course is always going to be a little tougher for the computer to run. And then I've got OBS running on that, and like the OBS screen is up, and so the game, or the computer is essentially running, a little choppy, is running the game plus OBS where there's footage of the game, and it's recording sound from onto OBS from the speakers and the game audio plus my mic audio as I'm running around here, you know, forcing it to generate every single leaf in this shot. Like, look at that. I mean, that's the idea. Like, it's generating every individual leaf with shading, and the leaves are blowing in the wind, right? And again, remember, I'm on the medium graphic settings, right? I'm on mid-range. This simply was not in the original Oblivion. Like, the ability to render a tree like that. Like, this is the kind of place, like, you can just kind of sit under this tree and just exist. I mean, just chill here, right? On this mountain. Look at this. Look how serene and tranquil and real this looks. There's a deer walking over there. This is indescribable. The tree bark. Compared to the original Oblivion. Compared to really, I mean, the games of the 90s, the early 2000s. I could just sit here at the base of this tree looking at this countryside. Look at it. It's like a Bob Ross painting. But alas, there are things we must do. But, so that's what I mean. In fairness to the game, if I didn't have OBS on, I might try to run it a little bit at some point without, you know, OBS running and without the mic hooked up and all that stuff, and see if the only thing the computer had to do was run this, it might not be quite as choppy. I mean, like I said, this is fine. This is completely playable. It's not like when I was running it from the hard disk. Like, I mean, it was unplayable. I tried. I have some recorded video clips that will probably never be posted because they're just garbage. Me messing around with the audio as I'm trying to figure out how to make OBS work, and also messing, like, I turned all of the graphics down. I turned basically everything off. I set the resolution at 16 by 9, and like as low realistically as I could make it, and it just couldn't do it from the hard disk. But this is infinitely better. So I'm really excited. As I'm recording this, the external solid state drive should be here tomorrow, which will give me, I think it was a 1 terabyte drive that I ordered, which, again, when I was a kid, we measured, like, my first computer, I think, had like 250 kilobytes of hard disk memory. Like, the idea of having megabytes of memory was nuts. Hey, a black bear. And, you know, like, kilobytes of RAM, right? The idea to have, like, my original computer, choppy again, there we go. Like, the first computer I had that I was playing Wolfenstein 3D on when it was new, I don't remember what its specs were, but the idea of, like, having, you know, 16 gigs of RAM, like, incomprehensible. Having a 220 gigs of solid state drive, and I don't know, 500 or 1,000. No, it's not 1,000 gigs. It's like 800 gigs, I think, of hard disk space that I have. Like, that, those numbers are incomprehensible. That computer, I don't think the power system, like the power source of that computer, would have been capable of even turning it on. Yeah, still lagging, but I think, see, it seems like as we kind of move through the areas, it gets laggy for a second. Probably it's loading in all of the leaves and stuff up here and all of that stuff up there. As we head in this direction, I'm guessing that that's Anvil. Oh, no, that's Kvatch. All right. Well, we've done a lot of walking, so I'm just going to do it because we're almost an hour into this video. We'll see how long the load time takes for fast travel. But yeah, it's I don't know how else to describe it, to be in Oblivion and see it remastered like this. It's really incredible. Really incredible. Yeah, so Anvil's running much smoother. When we first came into Anvil last time from the hard drive, I don't think it ever actually did load the leaves, and they were just big triangles the whole time I was here. So we're going to come over here and find the prophet guy.
The earth that is Alesh, and yet he would scorn this country now. Repent, So, another one who has come to listen to the madman's rantings.
Yep.
This is only the beginning. Umaril has returned, as foretold by Pelinal Whitestrake in his dying breath. Does no one remember the old tales? Saint Pelinal, the divine crusader of legend, Alicia's companion when she overthrew the rule of the Aliads 3,000 years ago.
Wow.
Pelennor,
This place has
with
some
the
history,
aid
that's
of the
for sure.
gods, fought the Aliad sorcerer
Have you
King Umaril
ever heard of Charlemagne?
and slew him.
Have I got some things to tell
But-
you about?
Umaril's spirit survived, and he has now returned. Umaril the Unfeathered, the sorcerer king of the Aliads, who ruled over this land for long ages before the rise of men. He was cast down by Pelennor Whitestrake, but Umaril's spirit survived. And now he has returned to seek vengeance upon the gods. Do you understand nothing? The blood speaks. I can read the ancient runes if you cannot.
Why are you like screaming so much, dude? You're gonna have an aneurysm.
In the Aliad tongue, by the eternal power of Umaril, the mortal gods shall be cast down.
I mean, if they're mortal,
A
are they
curse
really gods?
upon Umaril's ancient foes.
My god is a transcendent deity,
Alas,
grander than the universe.
Umaril cannot be stopped. Not without the aid of the gods, not without the Crusaders' relics, without
You
a
guys had
champion.
crusaders too?
The
That's cool.
gods are powerless
Were
to
there
act.
crusader kings?
But who among us is worthy to wield the divine Crusader's weaponry?
He wants you to be humble. You always need to click this one if you want the quest.
Nor do I. Oh, my people! Who will save you from destruction? Is there none now worthy to be your Crusader? The weapons and armor of Pelennor Whitestrake, Alicia's comrade, granted to him by the 8 divines. He went alone into the White Gold Tower, challenged the Aliad sorcerer King Umaril to single combat, and slew him. Alas, Umaril was not truly slain, and now he has returned to wreak his vengeance upon the gods, as was prophesied by only a true knight. But alas for Temri,
whoops.
who now...
Okay, I messed it up. I think.
Are you
Oh, no, here we go.
a worthy knight?
Here's where he wants you to be humble. The other one, you didn't have to be. If you say, yes, I am worthy, he gets all mad at you. But if you say, no, I have no claim to fame.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What men value is not always what the gods look for in a champion. The gods grant insight to those they deem worthy. Why and how they act is not predictable. What I can tell you is that, traditionally, knights who wished to quest for the relics would walk the pilgrim's way, travel to the way shrines of the 9 divines, pray to each of the gods in turn, and ask their favor upon your quest. If the gods deem you worthy, you will be granted a sign. Go forth with the 9's blessings.
All right, so
May the 8 and 1 guide your steps.
this is where we got to in the last playthrough, and so as you can see, it's running much smoother. Again, it's not perfect, but you know that could be as much an issue of my computer as it is the game. I'm asking a lot of the computer. See, but now we go to the Way Shrines map, and it just tells you, right? So somewhere kind of in this area between Anvil and Kvatch, there is a shrine. So what I'm going to do, we're at 54 minutes right now. I'm going to find this first one, and then I'm going to call it a video, and then we'll come back again in the future, and we'll do the others, and we'll continue on from there. So kind of around where that bend in the road is. So we're going to go to our map, and it seems like it's somewhere out here, kind of maybe about right here. So let's go see if we can find it. One of the things I love about this game is that it actually, like, it rewards you for stuff. So, like, I just ran and my stamina went down. The more I run, the more my stamina will increase, just like in real life, right? The more running you do, the more your stamina will increase. I don't run ever. I see no need to run ever. I've never enjoyed running. I've never had a runner's high. Not at all interested in running. I love to walk. But if I committed myself and got out and actually did some running, maybe I would like running more eventually when I got good at it. All right, so we give it just a second, let the world load. Mike the Liar. It has been
Mike
a long
knows
time.
much. Tell some. Mike.
He's one of the most legendary characters in the entire Elder Scrolls series.
Wolves? Where? Wolves? Men that are wolves?
Yeah,
Be seeing
Mike the
you.
Liar is a legendary character. Who are you?
Oh. Hello.
Hi. What's up, homie? I have no need to talk to you. So I'm gonna, let's see, where does the road go? I guess the universal rule of the Elder Scrolls games is never follow the roads, just go up the hills, take the most direct possible route. Oh, look at the moon. Let's get up here and see if we can get a sunset view from the top of the hill. There we go. Let me just look at that. I cannot, holy cow, like I cannot begin to describe wonder how fast that moon is moving. Like, to be able to see it moving like that, like, assuming, I mean, I guess, I don't know, because Nirn is not, it can't possibly be Earth. I know there's always been a thing about putting the Fallout games and the Elder Scrolls games in the same universe, but the Fallout games very much happen on Earth, just an alternate Earth, and the Elder Scrolls games don't. It can't be for several reasons, but like, assuming that this object here is the same size as the Earth's moon, if it was that close, it would be absolutely trashing the ecosystem. But like, how fast must that be moving? If it's traveling through space and you're able to see it moving, like, you can watch Earth's moon move, but you have to like pay attention to it for a while. You can't see it moving like at a speed like that. Like, how fast must that thing be going? And there's the Northern Lights. Like, I mean, this is so incredible. There's the galaxy. So absolutely incredible compared to the original game, which, keep in mind, like, the original game looked good for its era. It did. I mean, it was good for the time. Did I level up? I think I might have. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm close. I don't know. Hopefully it'll tell me. Alright, so my marker is saying in here. Now, the thing is that there's no way shrine immediately in front of me. If we go to the way shrines map, see, it's somewhere like over here-ish. And the map, the other cool thing about this is the map is not totally reliable. Like, it gets you close, but then you've got to like look around, find high spots, and try to see. See what's around you. Is that it? That's it. Yeah, there it is. So oh, I hear somebody hungry. All right, so this is one of the way shrines. Now, before we pray here, so see where we are, right? We're here, and then if we go and we look on the map, the way shrines map, see, it's, I mean, it's close. It's just you don't have a sense of scale, right? And so I would say that it is accurate in the sense of we are where the shrine is, and it got us pretty close, but you don't have a sense of scale, and so you have to really figure it out on your own. And it makes you earn it. It makes you demonstrate. It makes you demonstrate that piety. I'll make this my active quest. Now, see, I've made it my active quest, but it doesn't have way shrines on there. It doesn't show me where to go. So it'll be up to me to decide where to go next. So, that being said, this has been a redo of my first playing of Oblivion Remastered. I am incredibly happy with this experience. I'm so very thankful to the people who gifted it to me. It's to be back here and to see it. I mean, like to see all those little leaves blowing, to see it like this is just absolutely incredible. So, that being said, I am going to go ahead and save my game. And then I'm going to end this video here. And it's not my typical channel stuff, which is normally kind of tranquil background noise, but it is fun to record something, you know, like this. It's just a little more exciting, so to speak. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll carry on with this now that I've, you know, made it playable. I might experiment with the graphics a little bit, see if we can cut down on that choppiness just a little bit. I'll Google some tips and stuff. But I think, I mean, as it is, I think it's pretty playable. I haven't, nothing about it to me felt game breaking, just kind of a eccentricity, you might say. So I'm incredibly pleased. It's awesome to be back in this world. But, you know, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And as always, I will see you when I see you.